What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell Whispers from the Stars, our D&D 5th edition campaign. I'm your DM GM for the night, Jumbo Thick, joined by a few of the cast. So, unfortunately, our lovely current Gabo Archer isn't going to make it tonight, and of course, the Lady Velree will be taking a leave of absence for a while. At least that's probably what's going to happen. We'll see. So, to get this started, to remind everybody, we are currently not playing our normal characters. We'll see if this gets resolved quick enough, if we can pick back up with them. However, we are doing a bit of a little side story to supplement the horror that is the Frigid Wastes. In the fall of Ackridge's Haven, the research center station of the dynasty to the farthest point in the north that they have any doings whatsoever, mostly studying the effects of ember and its different uses and different combinations and refinement that can happen. Led by Lord Crozius Ackridge himself, a handful, specifically 4 of his lesser acolytes, helping him with his research, and then his more normal retinue of a kind of a scouty individual known as Tojem Took. We have our cook, because of course every station needs at least one cook, which is going to be Zagric. I gouge ya. We then have our veteran soldier, maybe probably a little long in the tooth, Shitskiven Two-Fang, the Gabo. And of course, the one that is in charge of security, Hercule the Ironclad, who is taking the role of our knight. We then also have the Lord of Hounds, Stoth Broadjaw, who is currently not in such a great state after the demise of his lovely animals. And that will bring us to what actually happened last session. The retinue found themselves having the opportunity on the day of to hopefully make some repairs to the wall of the settlement of Ackridge's Haven, as it was damaged in a previous raid or previous storm, something of the sort, where nobody actually saw what actually happened, but a big portion of the western wall was destroyed, including the actual building that is used for storage and supplies, mostly storage of the raw ember and other things that may or may not should have been supplied next to it. Who knows, food, who knows what else was out there. But the building being destroyed and a big section of the wall being destroyed, a more resolute watch was posted in that direction, where Shitskiven was alerted to a presence as a direwolf cub fast approached the building, moving very quickly, with the screams of draconian soldiers in the background, flinging javelins at it as they ran after the creature, trying to hunt and kill it down. The kennel happened to have a smaller door. Shitskiven decided to lay on more caution and not immediately open the door and ask what is happening outside. Unfortunately, Stoth Broadjaw, your kennel master, seeing a cub in distress, opened the door, allowing it to escape into the actual haven. In so doing, was wounded by one of the soldiers that threw a javelin, slicing through kind of like his like rib-like area as he fell back into the kennels and was charging inside. At this point, Shitskiven charged out valiantly, his little gobble legs speeding him forward as he ran through one of the draconian soldiers. And then Master Took Toe Jam put down the other one as the door was opened, allowing the cub to spill into the actual haven itself, moving quickly past him as Toe Jam put down the final soldier with 2 swift shafts. With that, Lord Ackridge became distressed and more involved, and he asked that Hercule take a small party and go investigate what was happening at the Draconian outpost, not too far from your own. Through the sparse woods that exist and the firm winter weather, you knew this would be a difficult journey because you were on a strict time limit. You didn't want to get back after dark because there are so many things that prowl the night here in the wastes, as well as the weather becoming more and more inclement. A heavy, almost blizzard, oppressively, it seemed to be hovering over the rest, preventing visibility from any far-off directions. You have no more than a couple 100 feet being visible before it's wide out. And after leading, Hercule decided to take Shitskiven and Toe Jam, and leaving Zagrek somewhat in charge of defensive maneuvers should anything come to pass. The 3 of you traveled to the Draconian outpost, where you found a pyre of burning what appeared to be bodies and other things, refuse maybe. One of the bodies looked warped and strange. Upon investigating the interior, you found another Draconian that apparently had slit his own wrists and his own throat, the blood freezing into bloody icicles. You did manage to find like a scrap of note as you investigated more of the research center that wasn't barricaded, finding that there was a large block of ice that appeared to have been excavated from somewhere else. And there were mentions of a cave and something old and something interesting being investigated. Taking the scrap, making haste back, you found that the Hound had been wandering around the camp most of the day. Who knows how many people he had interacted with, when Stoth put him up in the kennel. Everyone rejoined together, getting ready for possibly shutting down for the night, or beginning to take watches, when Toe Jam, who was taking the first watch, was alerted to a unearthly howl coming from the kennels. Moving to the kennels, he discovered that the dire hound was no longer a hound. It had split itself and was seemingly attacking the other dire wolves, full grown, that were being attacked and digested or combined in strange forms and shapes until an abomination was unleashed. All of you being alerted. Zagrek running in with one of the ember throwers, lighting the creature ablaze as the rest of you tried to get out of the way as it spat acid on Hercule, amongst many other things. The creature ultimately slain. Lord Ackridge was extremely curious as to the origins of this thing. And upon investigating it, he began an autopsy, cutting it open, opening up its ribs, and when he did, there was a face within. The face of one of the lab assistants of Lord Ackridge. The man in question, all of you were gathered in the laboratory watching the autopsy. When everyone looked towards the man, he split open, quite literally, in many shapes and forms, and to remind you how it happened. His skin split apart with a nauseating sound of tearing flesh, as monstrous pink clusters of pseudopods emerged from within. A mass of reeking protoplasm boils forth from the deflated humanoid flesh, which slips limply to the ground. As the creature begins to writhe around these tentacle masses, taking shapes, a large jaw emerging from like its shoulder area. That is where we are going to get in it. So, I need a... Right. I'm going to need everyone to roll me initiative. So just roll a d20 and then add your dexterity modifier to it, since none of us are going to have initiative rolls. That's how you do it normally with monsters and whatnot. I'm going to roll for the creature. Didn't do great.
9 + 1, so 10 for me.
All right, so we got a 10 for shits given.
11 for
Hercule?
Yep.
I also had an 11.
Oh, so who's? I'm going to assume that Zagrik's dex is probably higher.
It's +3, has 17.
Yeah.
Mine's a 0. Yeah.
So Zagrik, you'll go first. I guess I should roll for Toe Jam. What is Toe Jam's dex? I gotta look it up. All right, Toe Jam's dex is impressive. All right. However, I rolled very bad. Toe Jam will be going last, despite the advantages he has. All right. Initiative has been rolled. I need to make sure I get this. Okay. As the Eldritch Horror splits apart, it is going to be... well, to set the scene, as it splits apart, Lord Ackridge and the remaining assistants, there's 3 more assistants, including Draz, the one that you guys had interacted with, immediately bolt away from the writhing mass, scrambling away as fast as they can. The creature in its transformative state doesn't get attacks of opportunity. It's still emerging in its form. As they flee as fast as they can, you hear as he's running to the outside rooms on the northern side, going towards the northern hallway, you hear Lord Ackridge screaming, "Kill it! Kill it! Shut the door!" As one of his assistants stumbles behind him and shuts the door, firmly placing the creature on one side with the rest of you. And that is where we are entering in. So, now that you've learned your place, first initiative is going to be Zagrik. Zagrik, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as you witness the emergence of the creature. The DC is a 10.
All right. I believe.
Rolled a natural 14.
Yes.
So you're good on that? So what would you like to do, Zagrik?
Do I still have my flamethrower thingy?
Your Ember Thrower? Yes.
Ember Thrower? All right. I'm going to use it.
All right.
Because I only have my fists.
Yeah. You scream. I will say, Zagrik, there's a high chance you're going to catch the room on fire using that inside.
That's okay.
That's okay.
We're doing it.
As you raise the nozzle of the Ember Thrower, roll a d20.
20?
If you roll above a 6, the attack goes off like normal. If it's a 2 through 5, what did you roll? A 14?
Yeah, another 14.
Another 14. It goes off perfectly. It's a DC 12 Dex save from the creature. Doesn't have Dex saves, but has a good Dex. It is incredibly fast. As it moves to the side, it will take half damage. So roll 8d6, Zagric.
Whoops. 6. Uh, 31. So 14.
So it'll, we'll half it to 15. So it's going to take 15 points of fire damage. God, it's okay. That brings it down to that. I'm having to manually do all this. It's amazing. All right, Zagric, here's a wreathing wall of flame erupts from the ember thrower. The creature darts to the side. It's still like half of its flailing limbs are burned and singed backwards. The room behind it takes the brunt of it, specifically the door, where you hear the shouts and screams of Lord Ackridge and his other assistants. Oh, what are they doing? Put it out! Put it out! You hear screaming from the other side of the thin walls. And is that going to be it for you, Zagric?
Yeah, that's probably it.
Would you want to like move, take cover, run away? Anything of the sort?
I would definitely take cover under a table with my little goblin.
Zagric, and then you kind of like, hey, looking for cover. Why don't you give me a stealth check, Zagric?
All right.
We'll see how well you do.
Do I get any bonuses?
You might.
I do. At the 23.
Shit, okay, I'll roll for the creature, but I've got a good chance that you're probably pretty well hidden. All right. That's it for Zagric. That will bring me to Harkule.
All right. Question.
Yes.
This is just because. Did we take a short rest?
No.
Okay, then I can't use leadership. I'm going to use.
No.
I know you can only use it short rest or long rest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my greatsword.
You're going to charge the creature?
To attack the creature.
You brandish your greatsword. Before you charge it, make me a wisdom saving throw, Harkule. The DC is 10.
Okay. Is it a fear roll? Because I have a thing that says.
Do you get bonuses for fear rolls?
I have a brave. So the knight has advantage on saving throws against being frightened.
It would somewhat fall under that, so sure.
Okay. Wisdom save, you said?
Yes.
16.
16, no problem. Good to go, Harkule.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to attack. I get 2 attacks with my great sword.
Charge the creature with the great sword.
It's a D20 plus 5.
Make your attacks, Harkule.
First one incoming.
The large katana swipes. Twin misses.
Misses. Okay.
It rises to the side. You swing again, Harkule.
24.
That will hit. The second slash hits, Harkule. Roll.
Okay.
Let me see the damage, Harkule. Let me see it.
It's 2d6 plus 3. Let's see here. So 7 points of damage.
7. Your blade bites into it. It's at this point that you realize, as you slice into it, your blade barely dips into its flesh. It appears to have strange parts of its fleshy body armored beneath, and it does not take that much damage, Harkule. You slice into it. Damn! You pull back. Within arm's tentacle reach, one might say. Shit's given.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save, please. DC is
Yep.
10. Probably a coin flip for most of you.
Okay.
15, good. No problem.
I will also use my flamethrower.
Just giving himself with the Ember Thrower as well.
Yeah. Everything.
I will say, shit's given. I'm gonna make it a little more dastardly here. Roll your d20. However, if you roll below, if it's a 7 to 10, Hercule will also be encompassed in the flames. 14. No problem.
14.
Very accurate.
I thought you were just
Very
gonna
accurate.
let him be in the way. I figured Shitsgiven didn't give a shit. So
Oh, it's given.
It's good. Hercule, it's like
Hercule doesn't know this.
Hercule does notice. That's how this happens. He's like, shit! He kind of dodges to the side at the last second.
And then how many?
I got you, you bastard! Yeah.
Yeah, roll 8d6, please.
D6. Let's see. 2, 3, 4,
This
5,
thing's,
6.
it's fast. This creature's fast.
Way Hercule. 33.
33. It will take half as it dodges very nimbly. Unfortunately.
I would also like to try to move away from it. If
Okay.
it's moving towards me, I'm moving further out of reach.
Okay. Kind of like, why don't you give me a stealth check, Shitsgiven? We'll see if you can slip away like Zagric did.
And I doubt I have any bonuses to stealth, but let's see. Doop. All right, 17.
17? That's not bad. That's not bad. We'll see. We'll see.
And I don't think I have any bonuses. Right?
No, you probably not.
Yeah.
All right. It is now the creature's turn. The creature has Hercule right next to it. The head is kind of like flapped over limply, as like looks like just the muscle and mouth have like come out from underneath it and open up into these two wide jaws.
I have an 18 technically because I do have a +1 dex. Sorry.
Okay, that's fair. It is going to make 2 attacks against Hercule because he's the only one in melee with it.
All right.
Actually, it has an extreme reach. Let me see. I have to roll a wisdom check, a perception check. It gets a 20 on its perception check. Shit's given. So one lashing limb is going to move towards Shitsgiven, and the other one is going to swipe towards Hercule. Shitsgiven, we'll do you first. That is going to be a 29 to hit Shitsgiven. I mean, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. The pseudopod lashes towards you. I'm going to take 13 points of bludgeoning damage from the initial hit. You're also going to take 7 points of acid damage as it begins to burn into your flesh, and you were considered grappled as it wraps you. Hercule. 23 to hit Hercule. It's going to hit Hercule, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're looking at 11 points of bludgeoning damage and 3 points of acid damage, and you likewise are grappled by the creature. That's all the creature can do in its current state. And as its form begins to amorphously change and grow in different shapes, we slide on down to ToeJam. ToeJam, yes! No! Hercule, I'll save you! He will, for a bonus action, aim with his archer's eye. Well, no, he doesn't have to do it. He can do it if he misses. Okay. So he's going to make 2 attacks with his longbow. First one is going to be a 12 which will miss. However, he'll bonus action Archer's Eye, adding 4 to that, making it a hit. The first one's a hit. Second one is a hit. 2 hits. All right, so we're looking at 2d8 plus 8. So 20 points of piercing damage, halved because the creature is resistant to physical damage in all its shapes and forms. And it kind of like rocks back for a moment, taking the impacts of the blows, but doesn't seem to hit it as hard as it should have. And that's it for Toe Jam's turn. Your bugbear uses his action to flee out through the open door leading into the western hall, screaming as he fails his wisdom save and is succumbed to unnatural fear and possible horror of some kind as he and runs out of the room. Will bring me to the top of the round in Zagrik.
Did you say it looked like it was resistant to physical?
It appears to have resistance to physical attacks.
All right, I gotta keep throwing this fire. Then I'm gonna pop out from under my table.
Go ahead and roll me d20.
Do I need
Because
to
you
do a
were
wisdom
so,
save?
you do not.
Okay.
Because you are so well hidden, you can roll your d20 twice and take the better option.
Ooh, hell yeah! All right. Yeah, 12 and a 14.
So yeah, both of them good. You're not going to hit Hercule as well. Let me roll the dex save. Failed this time.
Maybe. All right, 8d6.
8d6, please. This is going to hurt.
That looks good. Ooh, it's 31 again.
31 points of fire damage rock into the creature. Yeah, that brings it down to that. This time it's full. It gets fully engulfed in the flames as you kind of like just open mouth, just like bathing it this time. Creature's writhing around, obviously hurt. It's not letting go of Shitskiven and Hercule, however. Zagrik is still kind of like lashed onto them as you're burning it. Is that going to be it, Zagrik?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You know, goblins gotta look out for themselves.
What? Do you try to move back into your hiding space?
Jeez. Is it possible to start to like circle behind it?
You can, yeah,
no?
Sure. You can attempt to.
I'll attempt to. I'll attempt to.
Hey, make me an acrobatics check, Zagrik.
Acrobatics. I probably have a bonus to this.
You at least your dex minimum if you don't have the skill.
Yeah, I have a +5. So is that 12? Yeah, 12. 12 total.
12 total. All right. I'll keep that in mind, Zagrik, as you're moving.
All right.
We'll see what happens on the creature's turn. All right. That will bring me to Hercule. You're currently grappled, Hercule. You're not restrained, however. It hasn't had time to restrain you yet. You just can't escape unless you want to use your action to escape.
I'm going to try attacking, I think.
Okay.
I'm going to roll. I'm rolling with my sword here.
You're just going to attack the main body?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if I can cut off a tentacle, I might try to do that, but I don't know if that mechanically works.
I mean, you could try, Hercule. Would you like to attempt to cut the tentacle off?
Yes.
Sure.
Let's wrap around me.
Give me an attack roll, Hercule.
All right. That's a good. That's a 9.
A 9 is going to miss, Hercule.
One more attack.
One more attack. Let's see what you got,
Oh,
Hercule.
that's worse. That's
Hercule is in distress. Zarkil,
Ah,
swinging
ah.
wildly as he can. The tentacle begins to wrap even further up, possibly pinning one of his arms and preventing him from using his weapon appropriately. No! That will bring me to Shitskiven. It is your turn, Shitskiven.
I'm gonna try to burn this arm off of me. Like not
Okay.
like on myself, but just burn. I want it to let go.
All right.
I don't know how to do this.
So we'll do this one of two ways.
Mhm.
You can either, so I'll give you the opportunity here. You can either target the main body, or you can attempt to burn the tentacle away. Just know that there's going to be a higher chance that you might fumble this and hit one of your party members.
Try to burn it off of me.
Yes.
I will try to burn it off of me.
Yes. I like it. I like it. It's just Given's like, just like a wide sweep, just right next to him. Go and roll me d20. You need to roll above you have to roll a 15 or higher.
See what happens. Oh no.
A 12. Oh no.
Look what happened by accident.
Oh man. Unfortunately, it's not low enough for you to hit both of them, but it will hit one of them. I have a D2. Zagrik, lucky bastard. Make me a dex save. The guy that has the other ember thrower. 15. He passes, so he'll take half damage.
Yeah, that would be that would be an 18 if it mattered.
Yeah, you'll take half. Shitskiven, roll me what did I say? 86.
8d6.
The creature passes its dex save this time.
Me. 8d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 8d6. You take half of 25.
So that'll be 12.
Is this considered a ranged weapon attack?
And it's well,
in terms of deflect missile.
You can't deflect fire. No.
I'm a martial artist.
You can't deflect fire. I'm sorry.
Tell me what I can deflect.
Good luck with that one.
Do you have like was it evasion or whatever?
Does he have evasion?
No, I just have deflect. No, I just have deflect.
It just has deflect missiles. No, it does not count as a missile. So no. So 12 fire damage to you, and then 12 to the creature since it passed. That brings it down to that. And the tentacle is burned off of you, Shitskiven. Wow. Zagrik, you notice Zagrik sees it at the last second. His acrobatic check, not quite making the snuff, as he gets bathed in the white hot promethium ember on his side. Catches one of the legs. He's like,
goblins gotta look out for themselves.
Yeah, it's starting to burn up the leg, and he's like fumbling with the tank to try to get it away from the open flame so he doesn't turn himself into a bomb.
I'm gonna
Did
yell.
it get the creature too?
It did. Yeah, it got the creature.
It got the arm off of me.
Okay.
It looks
like a baby.
It's now Toe Jam's turn. Toe Jam's like, Toe Jam is gonna make 2 attacks. I think Toe Jam might be the most accurate out of all of you. He's got a pretty decent score here, except for when he rolls a 2. Does he use it on this? He might as well. We'll use his archer's eye. What do you know? That brings it up to that. That makes it a hit. He turns it into a hit and a hit. 2 hits from the longbow. We're looking at 18 points of damage, reduced to 9 since it is resistant. It's severely hurt at this point. I didn't give the creature its turn. It is its turn. We'll do it now. it is going to, since it has Hercule restrained, Hercule is now grappled. He is now restrained as the creature's grasp tightens on Hercule. He will automatically suffer the pseudopod damage. Doesn't have to try to hit you anymore. He'll take 12 points of bludgeoning and 7 points of acid damage, Hercule. As it's beginning to burn into you. I'm assuming you look pretty bad, Hercule, at this point. Hercule's like, ah! As it's crushing into him, its other pseudopod is going to lance out and try to push Zagrik through the door to just like push his body through it to try to kill him in one mighty blow. With a 18 to hit Zagrik.
Yeah, my AC is a 16.
It's gonna hit. Zagrik, you will take. Well, actually, no. This is a push attack. You're not. Well, you'll take damage from getting smashed through the door. However, let me roll this. You're only going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage as your body is smashed through the door that was closed behind Lord Ackridge. As you just and you're like pushed out into the hallway. The writhing tentacle just kind of like flailing around in the hallway as Lord Ackridge and his like attendants just kind of like cower away in complete fear at this point. And that's it for the creature. That's all it can do. That will bring me to the next round. Zagrik, you're first up. You are considered prone.
Okay. I will have to stand up.
Stand.
Am I still able to use flame attacks, or am I running out of that, or was it?
Oh no, you can still do that.
Is it? Okay, I don't know if it was like an engagement range with me now.
Yeah, you would have to. I mean, you'd have to move into the room. You'd have to use your movement to move into the room.
Yeah, I got 20 feet of movement left, so I assume that's enough.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here comes.
Don't roll below a 10.
17.
17, good to go. Man, Hercule is lucking out. I was hoping we'd have a roasted Hercule right now. The creature does make it save. However, this might be enough. We'll see.
33.
So, Zagrik, how would you like to do this?
I get up, the cool martial arts style, where they just kind of like. I could never do it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I run into the room and I slide underneath the table and I chuck the fire at it, hitting it in its face or chest area as it burns off the tentacle holding the Hercule. And then I light a cigarette.
As the creature writhes around, burning, screaming, this like horrible noise that resonates from it. It's like unearthly like scream. Zagrik takes a rolled up like homemade cigarette out of his pouch and just lights it off one of the burning pieces of tentacle on the floor. That's the end of combat.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Do we have a healer?
No,
you do not.
We don't.
Okay. I figured we wouldn't.
I guess we're getting out of this room.
I will say parts of the room are on fire.
Okay.
Lord
like a blanket I can
Lord Ackridge,
douse it with or
you look for something. Hercule, you're like grabbing stuff, and you're bleeding from where the tentacle was like wrapped around you.
Yeah.
The current tentacle was beginning to burn away and then burned enough to where it kind of fell off of you. It's just kind of like rolled up into like this like blackened coil as it continued to burn, with the rest of the laboratory beginning to light ablaze. Lord Ackridge's remaining attendants kind of rush into the room and begin to douse it with magic, with a frosty spell. Begin to try to blanket the room, beginning to rapidly cool it. It begins to smoke and fume, similar to what happened within the kennel.
Is anyone not running in the room doing this?
So Stoff, your kennel master, he does not come back in. Lord Ackridge also does not come back in the room. He's kind of like out in the hall.
Okay. So, but all of the magic users are casting magic as expected.
There are 3 remaining attendants, and they appear to be, as they rush in, you see at least the first one before the smoke engulfs the rest of them. So at least one of them is doing it. You assume they all are.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
Lock the door.
Do we have like a store of health potions in this establishment?
You do
this
not,
base of ours?
Harkul.
Whoa, we're not properly supplied?
Well, let's put it like this. So Harkul, you're breathing heavily.
Yeah.
After the smoke is kind of like dissipated out, Lord Ackridge comes in. That was most concerning. Oh, there was blood everywhere. Harkul, where are you? Damn him! As he looks over and sees you.
Yeah.
What have you done to yourself?
The creature took quite the toll on me.
Well, you not much of a healer, but perhaps you can dip into the supply.
By what?
The potions, you idiot. Outside.
No.
Well, they're in the storage units in the basement.
Well, the basement's destroyed.
This basement was fine. It was simply the upper section that was destroyed. There's a hatch. You know this.
How could I forget, my lord?
Getting my flamethrower onto Harkul.
Let us.
How did you forget?
Let us go.
Who's us? You'll go yourself. The rest of you stay here. We must show up our defenses.
The creatures don't like fire, my lord.
Indeed. Shit's given. Zagrak. Keep those trained. On the outside. Who knows when another might enter?
Yes, my lord, who knows? What kind of sus? Can we do an insight check? Can I do an insight check on Mr. Go to the basement by yourself after we fought this thing?
On Lord Ackridge? Sure.
Is this normal behavior for him to, not that I would have any advantage. 13 plus God only knows what. Nope. 13.
He is, he says this with such authority. You from your experience, shit's given, at least from your perspective, Lord Ackridge is a cowardly mage that just sits in his study. He doesn't go outside. He doesn't do anything, and he's scared that his precious research will be destroyed at any moment. And all he values is that. It seems to be within normal working parameters of his thought process.
Then I will do as I'm told.
Harkul, what are you doing?
Well, I'm probably going to go out. Just outside to look for Stoff.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Stoth is missing.
Yeah, okay. I have an idea. My lord is the lead officer of this security detachment. I feel it's my duty to try to safeguard you and your assistants.
Very well. Just send one of your underlings. I need a moment's peace.
If you don't mind, your lord, I would like to propose a test.
Test? What do you mean, test?
These creatures seem to... I mean, the reaction of these creatures when they get on fire, it's like extreme, right? Like, it's like, you know...
They don't appear to be vulnerable to it, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. Well, then maybe that won't... I thought they were like...
No.
Extra about it. Okay. Well, then maybe not. Never mind.
Keep your primitive thoughts to yourself, Hercule.
Of course. Apologies, my lord. Shit's given. Sacred. I return, and I seem different than usual. Know that I, Gouger, I hate you. Zagrid, your food shit. And he turns around and he's gonna leave. Took you. Took you, a filthy peasant. And
yes.
So cute.
Just know this is how I think of you. And so I'm gonna go walk off, try to go to the basement.
Okay.
Hopefully, if someone doppelganger comes back and decides that they like him, they'll be like, "This guy's a fucking liar."
You go through the eastern door. Hercule, you hesitantly open it.
Clutching my
your open wounds, across your chest, and bleeding quite badly.
Yes.
The first thing you notice, first off, you're leaving a trail of blood, Hercule. Mm-hmm. Second off, you move to the hatchway, which, if you're looking at the map, there is a literal hatch outside. Yep. Normally, you would have to unearth it, but it appears it has already done so, and it is unlocked.
I open the hatchway.
You open the hatch. You see snow tracks leading down a set of very small, crooked stairs that lead downward into the darkness.
Bugbear tracks?
That's hard to tell.
Are they big as fuck?
It's hard to tell.
God, that's
lots of snow.
All right, well then I'm going down. Fuck.
Okay, you begin to leaving the trail of blood as you move down the stairs, Hercule.
Die up here in this.
Give me a
place.
Perception check, please, Hercule.
Okay. It's my perception. Let's see. Not good. That would be a straight roll. Let me double check, actually. Since it's... No, straight roll. Okay. $14.
Okay. You begin to move down. First thing you notice is this is a fairly sizable basement space. It appears to go underneath the central building and take up the majority of the space underneath it. In fact, you can kind of hear muffled voices above you as you think that you're moving underneath where the laboratory is, where most of the commotion is going on currently. There's nothing but crates and storage and things and large like racks of like shelving and whatnot that have been kind of like built in place around the massive, almost like pylons that keep the floor secured. But as you move around onto the unworked earthen floor, you're looking around and you think you find what you're looking for. The stash of medical supplies that were kind of tucked away down here when the storage center was destroyed. You move over to the crate, taking a hand and make a strength check, Harkiel.
Oh, strength. All right, +3 for my roll.
9.
Ooh, 9.
Harkiel, you you can't get the lid off.
Damn.
Too much blood. You're weakened. You look around. You see a pry bar. Not too far away.
I go for it.
You walk towards the pry bar. As you reach out for the pry bar,
It becomes alive and it's a changeling.
your hand grasps around it. Pull it to yourself. You sigh of relief. Move to the crate. Insert the pry bar. Go ahead and make me a strength check with advantage to try to open the lid. 16.
13. Well, it'd be 13. I rolled twice. So it's a 10 plus a 3.
Ah, okay.
So 13, yeah.
All right. You... And the lid snaps away. Breaks free. Opening it fully, you see within bandages, things to lots of equipment that you wouldn't know what to do with. But you at least take the bandages at first and begin to kind of wrap them around your torso, being at least somewhat used to seeing some battlefield injuries. You also see a stash of... Roll me a d10, Harkiel.
2.
2 healing poultices.
I'll take it.
You take one. You immediately down one of them. You recover 10 hit points. Dropping it to the ground. Do you take the other?
Hell yeah, I do.
You like barely wipe your face, taking the second one. Dropping it as well. As the lid closes, you're in shock. As Stoth is staring at you as the lid closes. A couple feet from you. What do you do, Harkiel?
Take my sword and, grip my sword in a stance, stuff.
He looks at you. His eyes are like crazed and looking around in all corners of the room. They're everywhere. Could be anyone, anything. You don't know what's going on? We don't know what's going on! He starts getting louder and louder.
Stop, Ray. Lower your voice, stop. That's an order.
No! Can't let it get out of here. We can't let it get...
Stop, you're noble. Act like one.
It could be you! And you watch him grab a piece of some of the shelving, rip it free with his prestigious bugbear strength, and he's going to try to bludgeon you to death, Harkiel.
I defend myself.
Since you did not act first, he is just going to automatically win initiative.
Okay.
He is going first. He swings wildly with the first blow, Harkiel. Oh, you kind of duck underneath it. The second one, he swings back again. Connects this time, however.
What's he roll?
He rolls it's a natural 17, and with his bonus, It's going to be a 23 to hit.
Yeah, I can't do anything. I do have a parry skill, but it doesn't. It wouldn't be high enough.
Okay. You're going to take a decent amount of damage because he's so strong.
I
rolled one though. So you're looking at 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
From one hit. He's just smacks you with the reverse hit. You kind of like stumble to the side. It's your time. It's your chance to react, Hercule.
I'm going to try to attack, but I'm trying not to kill him if possible.
Okay.
But yeah, I will roll my attacks. Bonus low roll. That's 10.
That's going to miss. Even him.
Going to miss.
He dodges to the side as you swing the greatsword.
That's a 9.
And again, Hercule, 2 swings.
So low.
As he kind of moves back, his long arm showing their long reach at this point as he easily moves into out of the threat range of the greatsword, Hercule. Are you going to try to make a run for it, Hercule?
He'll get a reaction against me, I guess.
He will.
Yeah, I'll probably try to put some distance at least. We'll see.
Okay. You begin to you're like swing, and then you go to move one of his long arms. Oh! Misses badly. Smacks into one of the into the ground, breaks the improvised weapon he had in his hand, just shatters under his strength. So you dodge and begin to move as fast as you can towards the open hatch. You get to the foot of the stairs, Hercule, and you're 30-foot stride. You just begin to doing your best to try to maneuver your way around here. Oh, technically down here is considered hazardous terrain.
So difficult terrain?
It's considered difficult because, you're down to 15 feet because it's so compact.
Okay.
So actually, Hercule, you only make it 15 feet, so you've got at least probably a move and a dash if you want to get out of here next turn.
Okay.
You begin to move. You spin, looking to defend yourself as Stalk comes barreling towards you. He looks crazed and psychotic as he grabs what looks like it actually looks like a mace out of a broken.
That sucks.
Yeah, I rolled for it, and he grabbed an actual weapon.
Okay.
A mace falls out of a crate that he burst open, as full of armaments apparently. And he grabs it and misses with a 10. The reverse swing, another 10. Both. He's flailing like a madman. It's your turn, Hercule. What would you like to do?
Oh gosh. I try to disengage. And
you can use your action to disengage, or you're just going to make a run for it?
He just attacked, I guess.
He did.
But he already moved. So that'll be next turn. Anyway, so I will.
What are the chances he'll hit you?
I mean, pretty good with 2 attacks, all the time.
Slim, though. I mean, you have the best AC out of everybody.
I do, but I don't got a lot of health right now. I don't know how much health he has. I assume it's a lot. It's going to take me for a while to whittle him down, But yeah, I'm just going to... we'll risk it. We'll move and dash. And try to get...
As you move,
60 feet, or 30 feet if possible.
As you tuck away, trying to roll away. As you do, you kind of put some, another crate. You kind of toss to the side behind you, trying to block his path. He reaches with his elongated arm, with one arm. Looks like he's trying to grab you to prevent you from escaping. And as he swipes, he misses. Nothing but
Ooh.
inches away from you. As he screams outwards, as you move, you get to the stairs, dash your way up the stairs. You're at the top of the enclosure at this point. Do you want to try to close the door behind
hatch.
you? The hatch, yes?
Yeah, the latch. Yeah.
And move and you grab it and close it. There's no way you don't have a way to lock it this turn.
Okay.
There is a locking mechanism on it. However, you've already used your action and everything, so.
Okay.
For his turn, he will move dash, and he hits the door, and it begins to you hear it begins to the hatch begins to open from the inside. What would you like to do, Harkul?
I mean, if I can hold it down and lock him in,
you're gonna try to hold it down.
Yeah.
You grab it close, try to put all your weight into it. This is going to be a contested strength roll against Stoff.
Stoff.
Go ahead and make a strength roll.
Okay. That's pretty good for me. That's 21.
All right. Stoff is a bugbear.
Yes.
He's extremely strong.
Shit.
But only rolls a 20.
Ooh,
As Harkul just like screaming as you push it further and further down as the class moves into alignment. And you reach down and slide the bolt into place, locking Stoff beneath. As you hear him just screaming and pounding on the inside of the door. It's reinforced hatch, easily holding him. You just kind of...
Yep. In the snow and the cold. And I'm going to clutch my wounds, my still numerous wounds, and I'm going to make my way back to the main outpost.
You make your way back inside. First one to greet you is none other than your faithful companion, Tojin.
Hey! Oh, Oh, you don't look much better than you did when you left, sir.
I found stuff.
What do you mean?
He's down in the basement. I locked him in there. He's lost himself to madness.
Oh, madness, you say?
Took.
Yes, sir?
Why are you out here, not with the others?
I was coming to check on you. I heard a commotion.
Lead the way, Took. Back to our compatriots.
Of course, sir. Right this way.
As he turns around and opens the door to the interior of the Akrage's Haven. You follow behind him, Harkul, as Tojim leads you into the kind of armory / kitchen area where I'm assuming Zagrik is currently still smoking, or what exactly is Zagrik doing in this moment?
I'm probably trying to patch up the little wounds he took with some cloth or something.
Yeah, getting some cloth, preparing for a short rest, essentially, kind of bandaging himself up a little bit. What's Shitskiven doing?
God, is the door still open to the room that we just caught on fire? The door's missing now, isn't it?
No. That's on the northern hallway. The one in between right here is, it's in place, but it is currently open. Trying to air out the interior here.
Do we have eyes on the corpse and the attendants?
Yes, they're currently kind of looking at it very curiously, along with Lord Akridge.
As long as we have eyes on them, then I'm probably in there with Zagrik, also licking my wounds.
Master Hercule says that he found Starth in the basement. Locked him in, he did.
He lost himself to madness. Tried to kill me down there.
Well, boss, did you kill him?
I did not. He is trapped in there currently.
What are we supposed to do about that?
I'll let him cool off. Hopefully when this sorts itself out, we will see reason once more.
You don't think he'll turn into one of those things?
Well, he is trapped in there. Perhaps he will be safer there. There's a danger to us out here, though. It's a risk we will have to take.
By the way, boss, would you like me to cook you something?
You got Dragonborn.
Hercule, you just kind of...
Two-Fang, I don't feel like eating. I don't know. I gotcha. Perhaps later.
Yeah, you might be the real Hercule.
Haven't got eyes on him in a while.
Two-Fang, you're a bastard and no one likes you.
Hercule. Looking off.
Do we know when Took left? Did we watch him leave? Because he was in there fighting with us.
Yeah, you watched him leave. You watched him leave to... He told you that he was going to go check on Hercule. He'd been gone a while.
Has he?
He was.
And when you say a while, do you mean like 30 minutes?
Couple minutes. 10 minutes, maybe.
10 minutes, okay. So nobody watched Took for a while.
About
Noting
10 minutes.
Me something only Took would know. It's Took.
Well,
I'm gonna keep you.
Well, I'm hoping by the end of the day that I'll get my earnings from Zagric.
That's probably him. Kill this man!
Zagric apparently owes everybody some money.
And we will eat. And has anyone else been acting out of Ackridge and the attendants? So I'm keeping note of the one attendant that I saw use magic. The other two attendants, they're all supposed to be able to use magic, right? They're all mages.
Yes.
My lord, Hercule, I believe I've devised a test. If all of the attendants and Grid use magic, I haven't seen the creature use magic yet. If they can all do something simple, that should help us make sure there are no other mistakes.
The devious mind comes through once more. Two-Fang. Perhaps we can convince them to do a small cantrip or trick.
Well, I'll be honest with you, boss. I probably couldn't tell the difference between someone doing magic and someone just playing a trick.
True, this creature does seem clever.
So there's 3 people left. Haven't done anything. I guess we could hack through the roasted flesh of this other creature and see if there's a face in there.
Do you do so?
I do so. I'm gonna take my sword out.
Are you going? Well, you have the option now. You guys could be taking a short rest. You could be taking it easy.
You need a short rest. Maybe someone else could do it while I take a short rest.
Yeah, I need a short
I
rest.
think everyone needs a short rest.
Short rest with no one allowed to leave the room or each other's sight.
As you guys
staring
all
at each other.
staring, everyone's staring as they bandage themselves up and kind of look at it, just stare at each other. You guys can roll hit dice as you'll get a short rest in.
Yay! Loud soup drinking.
And just add your constitution modifier to each dice. At the end of your short rest, you hear Lord Ackridge begin to speak. Interesting. Very well. Hercule?
Yes, my
Hercule?
lord.
Yes,
Yes,
there
my
you are.
lord.
Good, good. Well, it appears that this creature is mimicking us. Perfectly, or nearly perfectly at least. It is most interesting. The capabilities so rapidly becoming, not just on a physical standpoint, but in ability as well. It appears perfect puppy in every way.
That's disturbing, my lord.
Indeed. Indeed, as he just kind of like ponders as he looks at the flayed open second creature. Within it, you see the remains of a attendant without a head.
I thought we've been watching them this whole time,
You have been watching them.
and the head is gone.
There is no head on the inside of whatever this body is, no. Well, Hercule, I think that we will be in for a long night. I suggest come up with some sort of like test of some kind. I'm going to be working on it in the lab here. Me and my closest attendant, Draz, will be working on it together. And the rest of you need to all stay together, perhaps in one room. We'll need people on the watch still.
Is that attendant the attendant that used magic earlier?
It was, yes.
Okay. Very well, my lord, as you wish.
I'll need you to arrange the hither-dither movements, whatnot. Do not disturb me during my research. If I can come up with something for testing, perhaps we can capture one of these creatures for further study.
Very well.
And as he smiles all too wide for a man in his predicament, that's where we'll take our first break.
Oh.